Good morning. How's it going, huh? No sugar. You guys remember when Jared Kushner took that plane ride to the UAE? Do you remember when he did that? Remember how amazing it was for all of us? It was amazing for all of us. Do you remember when Steve Mnuchin took that plane ride to the UAE? Let me ask you, was it just as amazing? Would it have been more amazing if it had been Janet Yellen? Would it have been more amazing if it had been Paul O'Neill? But it wasn't Paul O'Neill, was it? And that's the fraud. That's why their little swaporama fell through, right? So now we're in this very concerning situation because what it seems has been revealed is that when I refused to go Hitler on his birthday and instead survived the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, we had a very big problem with their illegal coinage scheme, right? And so now it's been revealed that there was actually that cross current of collaboration at a very high level of infamy, where the Dixie Mob and what was supposed to be presented as the resistance to the primary political tendencies of the Dixie Mob, but really, as we know, we've learned, right? Appearances of factional disputes do not negate the existence of a continuing criminal enterprise. That what happened was somebody wanted to convert them originally, underwrite it, so that they were a complete contra distinction to a particular faith tradition, so that at a very specific time, including maybe on an anniversary, 76th anniversary, they could be converted to Christians. Why? Because that's how you get your silver coinage, right? And it's the pension system and it's all the old timers that they agreed to pay off in this manner that have been waiting. And so they didn't get paid. I'm sorry. Those Israeli certs didn't work. We've had a big problem. Truth of the matter is, they've known about this since the 90s. They've known about this since the 90s when there was a big problem with pirated software in Israel specifically. That software from other parts of the world somehow would make itself to Israel, and then they would pirate it. And then once they pirated it, they would put in some sort of secret back end. And then once it got redistributed, well, I mean, you know, we all know. We all know how impressive, how amazing the Israeli intelligence networks are. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. The Israelis do it better than anybody else, right? And so, I mean, if you got a couple of daughters that are acting really naughty and, you need somebody to take care of them, you might as well give them the keys. Except the keys don't work. So we're kind of in a very serious situation right now. Because when somebody agreed to play that little conversion scheme without revealing the bond fraud, it compromised the justification for the entire basis of any original acknowledgement of their autonomous, independent nation state existence. It was, in fact, an existential threat. It has been the entire time, going all the way back to 76. Right? We're in a big, big pickle. Right? And we got a problem too, because pickles start with cucumbers, and you can't get cucumbers if you can't get the flowers to bloom, because somebody has set completely unreasonable and illegal production quotas in consideration of minerals that they should never have even had access to begin with. Right? I know, you thought you had that nice touch after you went and got that manicure. Your hands are so soft. When you put it in the soil, the earth will respond. You should have kept your hands to yourself. So we're in this very, very, very consternating situation because it appears that I am that miserly. I didn't pay your old people. And I didn't pay you to pimp your kids either, right? And now we got a big problem because now the entire schema has been revealed, which also includes the special exception for the president, right? You're not getting that extra 2/10. You're not getting that 2%, right? You're just not. It's been revealed. And since that scheme ended up occurring, there has been new information that has been revealed. I have some of it. I've had some of it in the past. I've been separated from it. But you know, all of that speculation about how much that original codex was going to be worth, well, apparently it's more important than ever right now. All of these auctioneerings have really distracted people from what was actually the priority. Now, you were warned, just so you know, all of you were warned. By January 16th of 2020, all of you were warned about the consequences of this illegal auctioneering activity, right? And if I'm not mistaken, Paul O'Neill is dead. And whatever you may have had that would have been in lineage to complete that is completely unwilling to accept your illegal efforts at backdating and misinformation. Now, I know a prudent investor, like a prudent collector, would keep originals for themselves, right? So you're going to have to start proffering up on your own, by the way, or we're not going to get anywhere.